Welcome in to the Dubbed and Confused podcast. This is episode 2. Me and my best boys, Chris and Shalhoub, we're here to talk about, I guess, technically week 3 of the fall 25 anime season. How we feeling, fellas? How we doing? How's it going?
Oh, we're doing fantastic. We're feeling fantastic, and I'm super excited to talk about these episodes.
Yeah, better than expected. I'll say that much. I had low expectations for some of these.
There was I was kind of projecting a lot of mid. You almost expect that the first episode of a season is going to come out strong, and then after that it might lull a little bit and then kind of pick back up by the end of the season. So I was kind of like didn't know what to expect this season, but man, a lot of episodes really impressed. Really, there's a lot of like 9 and ups, and I think something different in this episode is we're going to offer. Well, at least me and Chris are. I don't know if we kept Shalhoub in the loop, but like we have ratings. You'll be able to make a rating on the fly if you want,
Easy,
Shalhoub.
yeah.
Yeah, you know how you feel about them, but maybe just do some ratings going forward. Does that way we can actually quantify how we feel about stuff as a to make it a little easier for people to understand our true feelings about some of these episodes. But anyway, if this is your first time tuning in for whatever reason, basically what this podcast is it's like when moms go to book club, bring wine, get a little tipsy, and talk about not the book, usually gossip. It's like that except anime, and we're actually going to talk about the anime. So we've all got drinks with us here. If you're going to partake, if you're going to join in, do it responsibly. But I've got my wine. I think Chris and Shalhoub are both on sake tonight. Something a little different, something you don't always see, but very on brand for an anime podcast. So I love it, regardless. But yeah, I think we're ready to just kind of jump right in. We're gonna go with the big stuff. We're gonna start with the big boys, and then we'll head down to the more fringe episodes later on in the episode. One Punch Man. Sorry that I led this episode with this week was awesome, and then the first words out of my mouth are One Punch Man, but uh, it's where we're at, man. This episode just hardly animated again, just barely animated whatsoever. Uh, yeah, I thought the humor was good in this episode. We get some fun scenes. We get some really funny scenes with like in the what is it, a cafe, I guess.
Yeah, the restaurant cafe.
There's some good humor in the cafe episode, or in the cafe scene, but outside of that, there's just not much going on. There's a tiny fight with Garo at the end of the episode, and it is just barely average animation, kind of to get through that. But it's tough to see, man. I mean, you guys feel the same, but that's where I'm at. Where are you guys at?
So if you want to start it,
Yeah.
I got a lot of hate right now.
Yeah, I'll let you take most of it because I don't really have much to say. I'm disappointed.
Yeah, literally. So I in my notes here, at exactly 9 minutes and 29 seconds in, Garo is just sliding down a fucking hill. He's not even walking. They didn't animate him walking. He is sliding down a hill.
Yeah.
With a bent leg and a straight leg. I was livid during this. I was like, the very least you can do is animate him walking. You have no animation throughout the entirety of the show except their mouths moving. What are we doing here? So I was really pissed off about that. There's like even the fight scene that we did get at the end of the episode. Like it had animation. Don't get me wrong. There was definitely animation in there. But it wasn't good. Like it just wasn't good in terms of like animation.
It was fine,
Yeah. It was at bare minimum fine.
It was
Yeah,
at a.
I mean, I'm hoping.
No, go in, Shalhoub.
I was hoping. I'm still hoping that there's going to be at least one or two, like notable, like truly notable episodes at some point. I just we're not there yet, so
Yeah,
it's hard to have passion in this anime.
The
I
concern.
literally prefaced my notes with sorry, John.
No,
I
you're good,
literally prefaced my notes with are we gonna get One Frame Man again, or are we gonna get One Punch Man this week? Like that was the first thing I wrote before even starting the episode.
It was terrible. That scene coming down the hill, that little clip, it literally looks like that scene from that horror anime that came out a couple seasons ago. I forget what the name was, but it's about the spirals or whatever, where they show the character that they're
Oh.
sliding across the beach, and this just he's running on a different plane. He's like, it is not right. It was that level.
Yeah.
Except honestly, less than that, because at least in that scene, the character's legs were moving. Garo, they literally just slid down the hill.
Yeah,
Well,
literally a
that
bent
first
leg and a straight
episode.
leg.
That first episode of the anime you're quoting is the Junji Ito, I think, or
Yes,
something like that.
yeah.
That first episode was actually good, and then the rest of it was like they totally sold us down the river with that trailer.
Yeah.
Because that first episode was animated well. So
That was brutal. That was absolutely brutal. Other than that, I think where we're kind of left at this point is the only positive you can take is there has been zero animation in the first episode. There's been zero animation for 90% of the second episode. And the one part there was animation, and it was average animation, but it was animation, was for the only fight that has really happened in the first 2 episodes. And it's a fight against scrubs. So the only kind of positive you can take out of this is like, okay, we have average animation for scrubs. Maybe when there are big fights, and I already know people are saying that there's supposed to be like massive fights in this season. Maybe when those come, that's where all the budget is. Because like they clearly put more budget into the like baby fight that was in this episode. That's kind of where you have to hope that things are gonna go from here.
Yeah, I mean, personally, I hope the comedy continues. I did really like that cafe scene, bars or restaurant.
It's
scene.
great. The dine and
That was
dash.
so funny. Yeah, the dine and dash part. I thought that was funny. I loved Saitama stressing out, but I mean, come on, like, what are we doing? Like, it's 2025. Like, why is the animation this bad? Like, you guys should really step up your game. It's sad at this point.
Yeah. It's terrible. There were even multiple panels, I thought, where like just to, even though there was zero animation, they were just like nobody's moving, but they would show a panel, and I'm just like, this looks like a sick panel from a manga, and it's just a shame that like nothing's gonna move in them probably all season. So yeah, One Punch Man for me is honestly a borderline cut already. Like it's a shame because it's like the most hyped thing for most people out of this season, but it is what it is. I don't like watching bad anime, so I'm on the verge of cutting. I think, like I said, the one thing I could wait for is to just see if maybe one of these episodes, once a real big fight happens, if a real big fight looks like the average animation, I'd be out. It has to be better than that, but that's the one thing you're holding out for, is that we'll see something really sexy in the big fights. But that's about it, for One Punch Man for me.
I think moving forward, we basically treat it like another week of the same. Moving on.
Yep. Yeah.
Honestly, yeah. If it continues to be bad, I think we just shit on it every week.
We'll just gloss over it, maybe. Like, you know what I mean? And then if we get a big fight and it's ass, we're gonna then we can call the cut. But it's already on chopping block, level at this point. All right. One Punch Man covered. Oh yeah, good call. Let's hit the ratings. I gave this like a 5.5. Like, that still feels almost high to me for the quality, because I feel like the quality of the animation basically is below 5.5. That being said, the characters are still fun, and the humor still kind of hit at points in this episode. And the fight at the end was average. The one time they needed animation, it was at least average. So 5.5 for me, but I don't go around watching 5.5 level anime. So that's still cuttable for me at that rating.
I was a lot more harsh than John was. I gave this a 2 out of 10. I mean, like, the best part about it is literally the end with the fight, and then like the cafe comedy. Like, that was it. Those are the only 2 parts of the show that I was like, cool, that's One Punch Man. Everything else I was like, this is terrible. Like, it droned on watching it. So
yeah, it's a 3 for me, because it does hold a special place in my heart still, because of that first season.
Yeah,
I have to be hard on it.
Cool. I love it. That's like basically a 3 average, 3.5 average. That feels actually on point for the most part. All right, let's move to something amazing. My Hero Academia, final season, episode 3, man. I mean, what an episode. What an episode. Listen, it's recency bias for sure is playing a part here. Maybe my favorite episode ever for My Hero Academia. I'm trying to think of like episodes that were phenomenal that weren't even just straight fights, but also just like backstory on Bakugo and like, kind of just more of developing him ever since he turned the corner from just being a straight douchebag at the beginning of the season. Like at the beginning or at the beginning of the season, at the beginning of the show, he was just hateable. He was just so heinously an asshole. And then once he started turning that corner, he became pretty quickly like my favorite character in My Hero Academia. And this episode is all him. It's all him like coming back into the fight, helping keep All for One off of Izuku basically because he wants to run over and help Shigaraki like overwhelm Midoriya. And he learns more stuff about his quirk. His body is like stronger now than it's ever been, and he's learning, with the combined learning of his quirk. Ed Shot has basically sacrificed himself to revive Bakugo, and he now is like on that level, or appears to be able to fight on that level that Izuku and All for One and Shigaraki are fighting on. And it looks incredible. The animation's great all throughout. Yeah,
I mean, you hit every note there. Like, legitimately, there were two parts that like really stuck with me, and I remember writing about them. The Night Eye, little scene with him really got to me. Got to me good.
Yeah.
Definitely like choked up a lot. I was like, holy, fantastic. And then I also just wrote rip Ed Shot.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, I don't know what else to say. Like, is he dead yet? Is he not? It's hard to tell. But I mean, if you can see how like tiny he is, just like splattered on the ground there. Like, I'm pretty sure he's like on his last legs, you know. But yeah, those two scenes hit really hard, and then obviously, having Bakugo and just everything around him. I would say he's probably one of my favorite characters of My Hero. So just seeing him and seeing what he can do now, and that fight with All for One was so good, so good. Him just catching up to him was such
Great.
a good, like, yeah, it was fantastic. And then like him figuring out like the pain thing. I mean, all around fantastic work.
Yep.
When he appears in the scene, like when he's falling from the sky, I'm like, oh, who the hell is that? I thought it was Shoto at first, and then he said, it's Bakugo. Oh! I was like, yeah, here we go. And then it delivers. Oh boy, does it deliver!
You're so right, and you're right, Chris. I actually like kind of would have glossed over that if you didn't mention it, but I'm glad you did. The even that scene with Night Eye where like All Might acknowledges that he's totally like just like basically on the verge of death, and that's why he's having like this vision. Basically, this is the white light or whatever that people talk about when they're on the doorstep of death, and like Night Eye explaining to him that like you're human too. Like you're doing this because you don't want to die. You like I know that in his brain he probably just always assumed that he was gonna have to sacrifice himself, and that's how a hero dies. And then Night Eye explaining to him that like, yeah, but you're still a man too. You're not always All Might.
They're like, you got no quirks, dog.
Yep.
You're a man, but you're still a hero, and like you don't just get to go out like that. Like that was part of the plan too.
This is great too. I feel like Bakugo has kind of been not dogged, but like in terms of the big heroes, or villains specifically, I guess, but in terms of the big villains, we have not really seen Bakugo. Every time a big villain shows up, Bakugo's like handling scrubs. He gets the job done when he's handling scrubs, but this whole time he's been chasing Izuku ever since like Midoriya started really learning One for All. And I just think it's sick that like he's like finally, and it's in the last chapter, but he's finally like he's the guy. He's the guy he wanted to be. And at the time, for so long, I was like, I don't know how his quirk is gonna get to that level. I just don't understand. I just don't know how. But he's here. It's awesome. Kurogiri might not, or not Kurogiri. Ed Shot might not die. It's My Hero. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, it is tough.
They like a lot of people have died. In this last couple seasons with how dire the situation has got, but sometimes My Hero they'll let people live, you know. Uh, Also, really funny moment. My favorite moment of this episode, humor wise at least, is when All Might is like trying to cheer Bakugo on, and he says his hero name, and I totally forgot that his hero name was like 4 words long. It's like,
Like murder, explosion, god, or dynamite
yeah,
god, or something.
Yeah. It's so good.
So
I
good.
literally had a note in here that I was like, Bakugo's name is the dumbest shit on earth, but damn, it suits him.
yeah, yeah,
So good.
yeah. It's the best episode I can remember, and episode 3, but things are also progressing. Like I don't know. You guys have been very skeptical every time I say I hope this is a 12 episode season. I don't want it to drag on forever and feel like it's, you know what I mean, it's taking forever and go into next season, which are going to have way better shit anyway. But this was great. I hope they just keep on this pace and finish the last 9 episodes of this show this way, because this would be a great send off for My Hero if they keep this up for the next couple episodes.
That episode gives me hope that it will be 12 episodes with all the things that happened.
Yeah, they
And
didn't.
the
They,
way-
they didn't do a bunch of flashbacks and bullshit. There were like small
Right.
things here and there, but they were quick and they move on. And like, I don't know. This episode felt like, while not a ton happened in terms of the fight progressing, a ton happened in terms of Bakugo's back. He's fully back. He's shown that he's can fight on the plane of the 2 villains, and I'm excited to see it. So hopefully that's where this show leads from here on in. Ratings for this episode. What do you got here? I mean, Chris, what do you
Can I
got?
go first?
Yeah,
I got
yeah.
a 9.8.
Shoo!
9.8 for this episode. This episode easily has been the best episode of My Hero to come out to date, in my opinion. Just the flashiness, the animation, the story, all around was perfect.
Yeah. I'll throw a 9.6 in there. It's really, really good. Really, a lot of positive emotions. Sometimes to get a 9.9 from Johnny, you got to break him down and you got to make some tears come out of his eyes. So 9.6 is still great, but to get that high, you might need a little bit of that. But still love it.
Yeah, it's a solid 9 for me. It was a great episode in a lot of ways. Still like 1 or 2 things I noticed that annoyed me, but that's it.
Okay, cool. I love it. That's the first of our absolute bangers from this week. Let's move into a second banger, I think. Gacha Yakuta.
Yep.
Season 1, episode 15, I guess. Yeah. This episode is what I've wanted from Gacha Yakuta from the start. It annoys me a little bit that it took us 15 episodes to get to like a hype moment like this. I feel like there just haven't, you know what I mean, just been much going on for the 4 episodes maybe in the first part of season 1 that were exciting. There were like 8 episodes that like it was world building, which I love, but when it's just world building and the plot isn't actually moving in that episode at all, that's when I'm like, okay, let's work it in together. It doesn't have to be all world building, it doesn't have to be all hype, but like let's have episodes where a little bit of both happens. And this episode was all hype. Incredible. This episode kicks off with the trash slide. The Raiders basically captured, or I don't know if you want to call them captured, or they went to capture Rudo after they tried to steal Rudo. And right when they get there, they had set up a trap where a trash slide was about to come down and wipe away all of our heroes. What's their group called?
The Cleaners.
The Cleaners, that's right. Yeah, wipe all the Cleaners down into a sewage system, down different paths into different sections where they're kind of separated on their own. Except the Raiders grab Rudo before it happens, and then all of the other Raiders go off and basically pair up to fight all of the Cleaners that had been sent down their separate paths. We get a couple of those fights started, specifically Ryu and Zanka, their fights, which are very fun already to start, and I can't wait to see how the other ones go. But it's just hype. I know it's very shonen to be like, everybody separate, it's a bunch of one-on-one fights, but we love it. I still love it, and it's exciting so far. How did you guys feel about this episode?
Philip, you started because I read ahead, so I have already anticipated this episode.
Dirty slut. I think it's great. I really enjoyed how they pulled Rudo, or how the boss man pulled Rudo aside, and all the separate fights alone. You know, those are great. But the dialogue between Rudo and and Mr. Raider Leader guy. Like,
Yep.
holy cannoli. They got me genuinely considering, like, all right, are the cleaners even really our guys? Like, he made a good point. He's like, what do you expect the cleaners to do for you? That's not what they do. They're not going to bring you back to the sphere. I'm actually trying to get back to the sphere. I know
Yes.
how.
Yes. I made note of that. I was like, it's not what I expected. I thought this was going to be a situation where the Raiders are stealing Rudo to basically force him to use his power to help them do whatever evil thing they want to do. That was my expectation. It's not that. I mean, maybe that's what he'll resort to after trying to have this conversation. And if Rudo still says no, we'll see what happens from there. Chris knows, but we don't. So no spoilers, Chris. Take it easy.
Take
But
that easy.
I honestly I liked it. I like that he just made sense. Like even from that standpoint, like I understood. From our standpoint, where these guys seem bad, but he just kind of said, "Hey, listen, the cleaners' goal is to kind of just clean up the trash. That's why they're called the cleaners. We're the guys who want to go up to the sphere and raise hell. Isn't that what you want to do? Like there's just like our goals align, your and their goals don't align. It just made sense, and I liked it. It was different from what I was expecting. It's cool. I don't know. It's really cool. Chris, what are your thoughts on the episode aside from knowing spoilers? Like, what'd you think about the episode overall?
I think from based off the manga and then translating to animation, it was done really, really well. There was pretty much no parts that I felt like weren't, well animated. I do have two notes that I absolutely love. They're both in all caps. The first one is trash slide.
Yeah.
I just love when they're like they yell trash slide as they go down, and then you see Engine just on the umbrella, like just riding down. I thought it was great. And then the other one I have in all caps is Rochi.
Yeah, Rochi is good. Yeah.
Because honestly, the onesie girl, I can't remember her name right now. One of my favorites. She is super cool. You'll see it later on. But I just liked her like style. I think it's fun.
My guess I already have guesses for her just based on what we saw in this episode. My guess is her vital instrument is her onesie because you already see that she heard the roach. She didn't see the roach. She literally used like super animal level hearing and heard a cockroach running on the ground and ran over to it. So my guess is she's wearing an animal onesie, so she has like heightened senses and abilities just like the animal that she's kind of wearing. But that's cool. The fights are also sick. We get started with two big fights. Jabber versus Zonka. This is almost like round one because Zonka was not even really part of that first fight that much. That fight was more Rudo and Jabber than Zonka.
So Zonka got beat up to start, remember?
Yeah. Yeah, I know.
That's what happened. So Zonka like already got wiped by Jabber once.
Yeah.
Pretty much. That's like something to remember here because Zonka's now on a rematch versus Jabber
alone.
Alone this time.
And Jabber has shown another tier of his vital instrument. Now, sometimes shows do this. I'm watching Bleach right now, and they do this all the time. Where just like a character has had another level to their sword, to their abilities, and they just don't feel like whipping it out. They don't feel like whipping it out until their literal back is against the wall when they could have just whipped it out from the beginning and won like that. Part of it could be Zonka didn't want to whip it out in that last fight, but then he got kind of poisoned. That's why he got taken out. It's like once you get hit with poison, you're like, oh shit, I didn't know this shit was poison. Now I'm out of commission when I would have whipped out my next tier. So I don't know if part of it is Zonka has another tier for his weapon. He just hasn't used it yet. Or if it's, or if he is just, out of his depth here, or he's gonna have to learn it during this fight. Very anime as well. That fight's cool. It's very cool to see so far. At least he's in it, right? Like it seems still like he's in this fight. Next tier, the other fight, the big one, is Ryu versus the electric hair lady. Rapunzel, we'll call her for now. She has a comb as her vital instrument. She combs her hair. The more she combs it, the more static electricity she creates in her hair. But it's, anime, so it's like a crazy level. It'll legit shock you unconscious shortly. So Very cool. I love this. There's a trope that happens all the time in anime, and I love that the way that they did it this time. Ryu literally says to her like, "Oh, you're the girl with the long hair, and I'm assuming you fight with your hair. I'm the girl with the giant pair of scissors. Bad matchup for you. Sorry." And then she wakes up on the ground unconscious, and then the Rapunzel's like, "Oh, you're the girl that fights with the all metal pair of scissors, and I'm the girl with the electrocuting hair. Bad matchup for you. Sorry." It was just the way it was well written into just like the actual powers as well. Just gave it a little extra edge of a trope that you normally see all the time.
Yeah, I put that in my notes as well.
I thought it was funny that they felt the need to have her explain that her comb was plastic.
Yeah.
Yeah, they had to to justify the static electricity.
Right, it's like, sure, I definitely wouldn't have just looked past that or anything.
Sure.
I do have a note in here. Is Jabber low-key the strongest grunt from what we've seen so far? Like,
Certainly feels like it.
I mean,
it really does. Like, he just controls poisons and like other stuff with his claws. Like,
Besides
and then
portal
makes
ditch, maybe.
antidotes. That's true. I forgot the portal guy is also like pretty broken, but he seems one note. You know?
Yeah,
That's a strong
Like,
note.
but also we've seen in My Hero like a huge linchpin character that has been very important in My Hero is Kurogiri for the villains. They've been trying to get Kurogiri back. He felt broken because he could just warp anybody anywhere at any time. And I don't know, those kinds of powers are really broken depending on the world. If travel is awkward and you know, it can get
Yeah.
it can be a very useful power, even if it's not a combat oriented one. But very cool.
Portal dude gives me Cart Titan vibes.
Good utility player, but he's not taking
Yeah.
anybody down one on one.
true.
Yeah, I can
Right.
see that. That's cool. But yeah, I gave this episode an 8.9. It's really good. We didn't see like full action, but we saw the beginnings of fights so far. But I'm very excited to see where the rest of these fights go, because like Engine still hasn't started to fight his guy. The baby and the caretaker, I'll call him, haven't started their fight versus the cowboy looking raider. I'm excited to see what their powers are, but it's all kind of looking up, because I'm hoping we get like 4, 5, 6 episodes of just resolving everything that's happening in these in the sewer system.
Yeah, it's an 8 for me. Liked it, didn't love it, I guess, but really liked it.
Yeah. It's also the first episode leading us into like full, like into a more action heavy arc. It seems like mini arc, whatever you want to call it. So 8.9 for me. Chris, what's your rating?
I got an 8.5 on this one.
Cool. I like it. Not quite the high of My Hero, but still very good. We'll take a borderline 9 any day of the week for me.
Yeah.
All right.
My Hero set a high bar.
Yeah, it did.
It really did. For this week.
It honestly did, because I'm pretty sure that night I had planned to watch 3 of our shows, and it was the first one I watched, and I was just like, whoo! Even after just the first episode, I like took the headset off, and I was just like, wow, how am I supposed to? Sorry, other episodes, you just drew the wrong straw. You got to follow that up.
Yeah.
You literally texted us after the first 3 that you watched. You were like, "Boys, we got a good week."
That is a good week.
Yeah.
All right. Moving on to One Piece. We did not cover this in the first episode of the pod. We're covering it this time. This episode 1146, I want to say. I think that's right. I didn't write it down.
11:47.
That is right.
Is it?
It's exactly
It's
right, yeah.
11:47.
Is it?
No, 11:47 is the next one.
Most positive it's 11:47, boys.
All right. Well, it's all right. Close enough.
I wrote it in my notes.
All right. One Piece, man. I mean, what's there to say? That One Piece is unfair. It's not. It's honestly unfair. One Piece, by the way, not as good as My Hero this week, but it's unfair that One Piece might be the second best thing this week, and this is the show that airs 30 to 45 episodes a year, and like that's the show that's like gonna be like week to week in like one of the best episodes airing. It's crazy. It's crazy that it feels like almost every episode has insane animation like this episode did. But it's really fun. You have just a bunch of stuff going on. The Gorosei are running wild, running rampant on Egghead. The Straw Hats are trying to get out of there with the Giants, but shit's hitting the fan. We are a minute by the end of this episode from Dr. Vegapunk's message airing to the entire world, telling them more about the truth of the Void Century. Me and Chris have read ahead, so we know what he's going to say. Shalhoub has not, though, so this is going to be a very, very cool message. going forward.
Saving myself. I'm remaining abstinent.
Saving myself.
It's so good.
My virgin eyes.
He's saving himself for Oda Sensei. That's right. Great episode though. Edison, one of Vegapunk's forms, sacrifices himself to try and like allow those Straw Hats on top of the sphere, whatever they call it, to get down and get off the island. Ideally, the Gorosei are all looking for the snail that is supposed to be broadcasting, the transponder snail that's broadcasting the message. And Luffy's down there with the giants, with Dory and Broggy fighting a couple of the Gorosei. So it's sick. There's one piece of animation that looks out of this world insane, where Luffy like rips off a building, throws it into the mouth of the vacuum worm. In Jupiter, I think is his name, but it's crazy. This episode's great. It's a good episode.
It's a great episode. Loved everything about it. From start to finish, there was no wasted time. Edison making the ultimate sacrifice, supposedly. You know, only 78% chance that it kills him or whatever he said, or 78% of his body will be destroyed. Whatever. Loved it. I kind of love how they're wrapping up all of the Vegapunk clones, I guess is what you call them, robots. I don't know.
Yeah, they use a specific name. I don't remember what the exact name is for
I think they call them
the different
clones,
forms.
I thought they were just calling them by numbers, or oh no, like the emotions or whatever that he split.
Yeah. They have their individual names. I think they had been calling them something specific, but I can't remember. But it's not that important. It's great, man. There's not much we need to say about it. We don't need to tell people about One Piece. Everybody knows how good One Piece has been lately. It's a great episode. The pacing in Egghead has been so much better than Wano. I know it's not perfect, and I know there are so many shows that are adapting 3 chapters of manga every episode. One Piece is just not going to be that. But this pacing has been so much better than Wano. So much. It's crazy. So, yeah, I appreciate it for what it is. It's unfair that a show is doing this and making it so other shows have to look up at this show and be like, man, we cannot be that. It's crazy.
Wish we could stagger our chapters out like that.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, well, One Piece, I gave it an 8.8. I really like this episode. It wasn't like in contention for best episode of the year for One Piece or even, episode period, but good. Still liked it a lot.
Yeah, understandable. I gave it a 9.3 myself. I think the way that they animated the Luffy with the tower scene or whatever was really, really good. Because I mean, just from the manga panel itself, like reading it, I was like, this could go one of 2 ways, like animation wise, and I think they did a great job all around. So
yeah,
I gave it a little higher of a score.
It's a 9 for me, straight up. I mean, obviously, there's a couple One Piece things that will always bother me, but it is One Piece. I will say, I think the biggest part that I enjoyed from that episode was it showed that like there are somewhat limitations to Gear 5. Like when he went Gear 3 or whatever, but he was really in mostly Gear 5 mode already at that point after he ate the rations from the giants. He blew up his arm and he fucking tried to punch the hog man. I can't remember his name.
Yeah.
But it didn't work. It stunned him for a minute, but Luffy was like, fuck, that hurt. And now he's fucking puny again and they gotta run away.
Yeah.
So I like that they can't just write. I like that that's just not like a plot like Mary Sue or whatever you want to call it. To just have him be able to do whatever he wants in Gear 5.
No, they're keeping him in check. They're showing that he's super, super strong in that form, but it is not like he is just now eclipsed every other character aside from Emu or whoever the ultimate villain's going to be. There are other characters that are still an issue. So that's cool. I'm with you. I mean, it's a good episode. It's One Piece. Of course it is. Moving on. We're into the fringe shows. We got our 4 fringe shows. Dusk Beyond the End of the World.
Another bottle of sake.
All right.
Oh, I want to get in on this one.
Oh, yeah. Get in on it. Get in on it. We'll get started here, Chris, real quick. Dusk Beyond the End of the World. The opening, it's just god awful. Not god awful.
No sense.
No, not even the opening. I'm talking about like the OP, like the song at the beginning of the show.
Yeah.
It's real good.
I don't like it. I don't
Oh,
like the
Salube
OP in
likes
this
I like
show.
it.
I don't like the opening of the show either. I don't
I
like
like it.
the
It's
intro.
poppy. It's fun.
It's bubblegum
It's
pop for me. I
fine.
can't.
It's a little too
Bubblegum
poppy
pop.
for me.
It's ear porn, is what it is. Like it's just it's you. It gets stuck in your head. That's what it's supposed to be.
Yeah.
Yeah, I suppose you're right.
This episode is all romance, I guess. It's no, you get some other stuff too,
It-
but
Like pretty much
It
is
is
all
totally.
romance though. Like
Yeah, it is. But I
it's
love it.
it's LC everywhere. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Yep.
it's just an episode where we're there to watch the MC get kind of chased around as everybody's favorite boy, even more so. Still furthering, we're not off the possibility of this being a harem anime, and we just have not gone into a full form yet. But we do get another character who wants MC, so we're adding
That would
on
be
to the
gross.
list.
I'd be floored if that's the direction they went in with this show.
I mean, we
harem.
low key got two. Like homegirl that they just pick up and add to the party also is, as well as the girl who wants to be the new mob boss. They both are. So
I thought the one they added was like I thought she was like 12.
agreed.
Like what
Oh,
are we doing here?
The little girl who wants to like do the books or whatever.
Correct.
Yeah, well, the little girl until they derobe her, and you're like, what's happening?
Oh yeah, no, I was very confused on that.
How old is this girl?
Look, I was the epitome of our podcast name. I was so confused.
Yeah, and we were not dubbed though, unfortunately.
We were not, unfortunately.
Oh man, it's good.
No,
There's
mean,
good stuff in this episode. There really is. It's not
Yeah,
a bad
I have
episode at all.
It's a
I
great
have a couple
episode.
notes here. Like the whole owl organization, I like learning more about it and kind of digging deeper into it. The organization seems really sketchy, really weird. Kind of want to see where
That's
it goes
intentional,
and
yeah.
see how. Yeah. I literally have a note that says "fuck, I'm crying already," and I don't remember what it's from.
What are you crying? I maybe her trying to erase
I think
her
it
tattoo.
I think it was the tattoo erasure thing, and then putting
well, to be fair,
putting
you are
the
the
bird
resident
on
guy,
it.
baby.
I am the resident crybaby. I'm also the resident guy who watches all the romances. So
Well,
there's
The
that.
bird is a good touch. The bird was a nice touch, though, removing the bark.
Yeah.
The bird really,
that scene was funny to me for one reason. She goes, "Are you sure this is gonna hurt?" Just
yeah.
simply didn't hurt. Like she literally, we saw it, they showed it, and then she's just like, "All right, I'm done," and she like didn't even make a face. Like nothing happened to her.
Well, she it was like it was a quick scene of like, oh, and then she's like, wait, is that it? And she's
Wait,
like, yeah, that's it.
yeah, it's like I'm gonna
Yeah,
I'm
no, it
gonna
was
give you
literally
your
like a
flu
2-second
shot.
thing.
You know what I mean?
Right.
Like it's like, oh, it's a
You got a
needle.
slight
Oh,
pinch.
never mind.
Yeah.
It's okay.
It's just a pinch, yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
It's I don't know.
Man. That
But-
one got me.
That was
I
good.
also the whole Elsie thing. Like I mean, like we obviously all are processing where that's coming from. Like it's coming from the LC Corporation or whatever the fuck her like original company was called, right? Like
I assume so,
pull that.
but it seems like
That's what I'm
everything in the
assuming.
world it can be derived from his older sister / lover.
yeah.
That's kind of like how everything has gone. But
Just a
Don't
sentence.
don't put it that way.
this I'll do whatever I want. Thank you. This episode then devolves into like a weird plot with I guess like a new form of yakuza, or like there's like a mob family, and then there's two siblings left that the last thing they need to do is get LC'd or married basically in this new world, and so then they go to just this like speed dating like setup where they're just supposed to like find a partner for life, and that's where our main
course,
characters
they
find
have-
themselves.
To make another sibling romance. What's happening?
Oh yeah, we didn't even get to that part.
Yeah, I didn't even talk about that. Yeah, you're right.
What
Why
is
does she
happening
love her
in this
brother?
show?
and they
They're-
love
they're
each other.
They say they're half brothers. Like that, at least
yeah,
like,
they are.
they are
half.
somewhat related as for what we're supposed to know. Like
Yeah.
at least our guy was like totally not blood related at all.
This is
Well, at
something.
the very least, they say in the show that like half siblings can still get LC'd, but they can't procreate. So like whatever, like I'm okay with that. But like, dog, what? Like,
It's
come
weird.
on.
Yeah.
It is super weird.
Yep. So now the goal of our main characters is to get these siblings hooked up, LC'd. That's what's going to happen in the next couple episodes. Like, get them in a situation where the mob is not running rampant, and then probably get them LC'd. That's where we're headed now. It's a fun episode. It's definitely a more comedy episode, I feel like, than anything else. There's a little bit of, heart feelsies at the beginning of the episode, a little bit of serious stuff with the taking over the mob boss situation, but it's a fun one. It's a little romp of an episode, but nothing too crazy going on. For me, it was fine. I gave it like a 6.5 out of 10. Like, I didn't hate it. It just not a like there wasn't that much going on. Like, this stuff doesn't feel as of consequence in the grand scheme of this show. So
I would like to make a note before I give my rating. The android's drunk.
Yeah.
How? Like,
No, I love it.
What do you
blatant
mean?
Plot. Like, I don't know how an android got drunk. Maybe it's just me personally.
Hey,
Program the ability to get drunk,
yeah.
she said
I mean,
all
yeah.
the plumbing works down there, dude.
Yeah, she
That's
did.
true. She did say
That
that.
means,
she did
you
say
know,
that. I completely forgot about
works.
that. Hate that you remembered that.
Yeah.
You can always count on me to remember it.
I gave this episode a 7 though. I think it was fine. It was, just above average. I thought it was good. I still really enjoy the show, and I'm really excited to see where it keeps going.
I'm gonna come out of left field and throw you an 8 on this one. I
Wow.
found it very entertaining. I was just it made me feel a wide range of emotions that I wasn't really expecting from this show at this point.
It did. If anything, this episode had multiple emotions involved in it. It was definitely not one tone throughout. So that's definitely goes in the plus column. Let's move on to
So the
Sonda.
writing itself
Oh yeah,
was good.
yeah.
Sonda.
Let's move to Sonda. Sanda. Sorry, Sanda.
Sanda.
Feels wrong, but yeah. We get to
Another
meet
strong
the
one.
Saint Nick Pursuit unit in this episode. Yay!
Yep.
Yep.
The OP keeps growing on me, by the way, the opening for this song or for this show.
Yeah.
It's one of the better ones of this season, I think, but keeps growing on me. Things keep falling in this episode. We're learning a new power about Sanda, which this one I just don't even fully understand. This one is like the most broken one, I feel like, of all of them.
Oh yeah.
And anytime anyone around him lies ever, something will fall on the ground. So no one can ever lie to him. They can just answer any question they want going forward, I guess.
Yeah. I don't really get it. I don't really get where they're getting that from either.
Right,
It feels
from
like
Santa Claus, right.
That's a
Yeah.
Santa. So
I just wrote like Santa is so broken. It's crazy.
it is broken.
They're even able to they get all the kids from the class in one room, even when one kid says, "Oh, she's the girl that they're looking for, Ono, I think is her name, is dead."
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Is dead. One kid in the crowd says Ono is dead. Then something falls off of the table because they're kind of doing as a litmus test to see if anybody in the class has information. They couldn't find out who the kid is, but they know that one kid, at least in the class, has reason to believe that Ono is not actually dead, even if they said so. So that's kind of the lead here. And then we meet the head of Saint Nick Pursuit Unit. He just straight guys, they're just out in the open talking about Sanda. And how he can turn into Santa. And there's just a dude 10 feet away. He's not even behind the tree. He's just leaning against the tree in plain sight. And then he shoots Santa, basically, because he hears him confirming that he's the one who's transforming into Santa. And that basically ends the episode. That guy is funny, though. He was already, because he's just rooting him on because he thinks Santa's trying to just admit to Fuyamura that he loves her. He's like, just get out with it, kid. Say it.
I thought that was great. I loved it.
He's rooting him on.
Man,
It's funny.
You really skipped all the way to the end of the episode just like that, huh?
Yeah, I'll be honest. This is
much.
this was the first or second episode I watched last week. So I wrote some notes on it, but the in between details kind of get lost in between. But I know those were the big notes from the episode.
Yeah, I don't know,
got
for
a
me-
ton.
Go for it, Chris.
The big one, being a walking lie detector really sounds awful. It sounds terrible, realistically.
Yeah.
Knowing when someone's lying to you at all points in time, it seems like a terrible thing.
Yeah.
But also a good thing. It's if that pertains to your line of work, I feel like it, kind of really fits.
Well, especially as a
Uh,
14-year-old, that really fucking sucks.
Yeah, as a 14-year-old
Mm.
especially, because you're just like,
You don't
damn,
have
my
any way
friends
to
are lying to
process
me.
that.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
exactly. Not to mention a 14-year-old that like can just transform into an adult at any point in time, but still have the mind of a 14-year-old. Like
Yeah.
it's weird.
It's tough.
The funeral thing. They're like waiting. How long was it? Like a month and a half, I think they said, after Ono's death or whatever. They
Yep.
waited a whole month and a half to actually hold a funeral. Kind of threw me off for a loop. I don't know Japanese culture or whatever.
Well,
If they wait a little
she
bit
was
longer.
missing.
Yeah, she was
they-
missing. It
Okay,
wasn't
so
confirmed
she
that
was
she's dead.
missing. Okay, and they were just
Right.
like, okay, after a month and a half, we're just gonna hold a funeral kind of deal.
Right, and then
Um,
and then they see her in the classroom, and then the
Yeah.
day after. is when they
Oh,
announce
that is the
funeral.
one thing I forgot to write down. You're right. That is
Yeah,
actually
you
very
didn't even write
important.
that because they literally see her, and I have that in
Oh.
my notes. I was like, Ono is not dead.
I did write down.
Yeah.
I just didn't write down that they saw her. I wrote down. Well, that was easy, and I wrote that down because like they were just like, we need to find Ono, and then she's just like in the room. They're just like,
And
Yeah,
she's
she's
just
just
there,
right
whoa.
there.
there she is, dude. We did it. We're done.
Yeah, and honestly, that bench scene afterwards really kind of hit me. Like for whatever reason, that stuck with me. Was just like they were all kind of in shock and not talking at all.
Yeah.
And then there's a detail that I picked up on where Sonda goes to take a drink from his whatever the hell they were drinking,
Mhm.
and it like goes seemingly like through his mouth and onto his shirt.
I couldn't tell what happened there. I remember that when
He
that
just,
happened.
like, missed his mouth, kind of like that's all.
Right, but
like,
why would that have happened? Like that had to have happened for a reason. I
Did
feel
he
like.
lie? Did he lie? And so like the drink fell. Like it, you know what I mean? That's the juice falling. I can't remember exactly what
I
they
don't
were
know.
saying at that moment.
No,
I
I
don't
don't
think
think
he
it was
lied.
the juice falling. I thought it was they were having a conversation about Ono. He was like internally monologuing about Fuyumura, and that's when he was just like was distracted drinking. Like
It
I
could-
think that's what just
It
was.
could have been that, except that we just like I don't know. It makes me wonder. Maybe whatever he said in his mind, he lied, and that's why like the drink fell. Like even in his
Yeah,
head, if he lied about something to himself or whatever, it made him.
Yeah.
I could also just be looking at it too hard. He could have just missed his mouth entirely
Yeah.
on accident.
Could have just been them in
He's
shock.
going through it.
Like it,
Yeah, he could have just
Yeah.
been rambling, and that could also just have been a plot device to get Fuyumura to. Was that her name? The chick that they're
yeah.
to get her to start laughing and like be like, "You guys are dorks," you know.
I can't even
We
remember
just
the other
saw
guy's
Ono.
name.
I can't either.
He's there.
Not important though right now.
He's there also.
But
I
yeah,
have a note.
great episode.
Mhm.
Yeah, I have a note in here that Fu is my spirit animal as an Arab.
Excuse me?
Dude, she's just pulling out like fucking like bomb chest.
Oh, she no,
I
Jesus
knew you were
Christ.
gonna say that.
It was so good.
I
Oh,
forgot
fuck.
she tried to bomb again. She's
Yeah,
crazy.
dude, like, what's up with her and bombs, man? What's up with her and bombs?
She's got an issue. She's got a problem.
Maybe
She's got
she's-
an
yeah.
issue. For
She needs to be
sure,
sent to
for
the
sure.
principal's office. That's for sure.
Oof.
All right. Ratings for this episode. You know what I mean? I still like this. I'll give it a 7.6. Like not bad at all. I can't get it up to a 9, I don't think, for me.
Actually, really funny. I also have a 7.6 for this episode.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
Yeah. That's 8 for me. I think it's good. I think the writing was good. I thought everything was good about it.
Yeah, dude. Who would have
Not
thought? Like
great and not amazing.
honestly, just such a pleasant surprise. We picked this show because we thought it was gonna be like a funny, gimmicky show, and plus this season's gonna run through Christmas time, so like that, you know what I mean? That would be funny to have this included in the season. But it's honestly come out and show that it might just have like real show chops. Just might be a real show that's
Yeah.
fun. So I like that.
Yeah.
All right.
Sure.
2 more left. Next up, we're gonna do Tojima Wants to Be a Common Rider, episode 3. Woo! Woo!
Good fucking
Tojima.
show.
Tojima. Listen, the animation's never gonna blow you away. Also, this is something I forgot to say in the first episode. This show looks like Archer.
Yes.
Like the art style looks like
it really
Archer.
does.
It's weird to me.
I love it.
Kind of. I mean, I see why you say that. I can't fully agree with you.
It's not exact, but it is. It's like the closest
No,
thing
but
I
it's-
can
it's
think of from
close,
an anime
yeah.
that like has that similar art style. But this show rocks, man. Like the action scenes are hype. The backstories like are like fun and heartfelt and very heartwarming. The humor like hits. The humor hits for sure.
Mhm.
And then we have the absolute dynamite revelation that Shocker is real. did not see that coming. Even if that almost does seem obvious, I thought this show being more comedy centric so far was not going to go in that direction whatsoever. I thought this show was going to go in the direction of maybe the Yakuza are problematic and that's where these heroes go. And it is just a normal world, but they just like to dress up like heroes and fight the Yakuza. They want to be vigilantes. Not just, in the third episode, we get the revelation that Shocker is completely real, and now they're going to be fighting like real Kamen Rider villains. It's fun, and I'm here for it.
Yeah, I definitely thought that was going to go in the same direction you did, and seeing the revelation of Shocker actually being, well, whatever that guy, the trainer champions, or what do they call them? They're goons basically.
Oh, I don't remember the
Uh-oh.
goons.
Yeah, I can't remember their name. They
It's a
say
weird
it, like,
name.
the very end of the episode.
Yeah, but like the demon thing is like, oh, 2 humans were able to beat one of my goons. This is no good. And
Yeah.
then and like, so what's going on there? And then the cliffhanger at the end of the episode, of course.
Of course.
Love it.
Yep.
Love to see it.
We get a new
Saw it coming a
character.
mile away.
Yep, we get a new character revealed. He's going to be another hero, I assume. He's going to join the squad of vigilante heroes, of vigilante riders. He's the Sanji clone. He's wearing like a suit and he has blonde hair. He's basically Sanji without the swirly eyebrows, design-wise. But he's funny in his own way. He goes to tell a story and he says it could be 6 to 11 hours or whatever, depending on how in depth they want him to go.
Yeah.
But he's cool. He's dating a girl in high school. She is bad. She bad. She picks a fight with Tackle 2 at the very end of the episode. Can't wait to see. It's going to be a crazy girl fight next episode. You know that's coming. And even when he says the backstory, now I'm curious who this old man is who was giving him and his little brother fruit in the countryside, and then when they try to evict him, he just says, "I have to burn this down now." And just burns the whole building down.
You want a tomato? No. How about a persimmon? What?
Yeah, we'll take the persimmon.
Yeah, and then proceeds.
I love persimmons.
Take the rest of them.
Persimmons are good, to be fair.
Yeah.
They are really good.
It's so, man.
Dude, the music. Dude, the music in this show.
What do you mean?
The music in this show is so good.
There's nothing like a "I am Tackle" drop before just a crazy EDM drop.
It's so good. It's so good.
Spectacular. It might be the best soundtrack of the animes we're watching right now.
Oh, I think to me, without a doubt, it's the best soundtrack of the stuff we're watching right now.
Yeah.
The ending is chef's kiss. It's chef's kiss to watch and to listen to. I love it. It's so funky and fun. Our homeboy Tojima needs a new mask, man. It's gonna kill me if he keeps wearing this baby plastic mask.
I said it last.
Can we get like a Tackle mask, like something like her like style of cosplay, design and how well it's put together. Like, get him something, please.
Yep.
Please.
Yeah, there were parts of this episode that made me kind of be like, oh shit, I'm gonna look like an idiot. Last week I said he's gonna keep the same mask, but now I think he's still gonna keep the same mask.
I know, because that's a joke. It's gonna be a running joke where every time he appears in public, they're gonna be like, wow, he couldn't afford a nicer mask. Look at that thing.
Right. But then they'll see him crying as soon as he sees a new villain. And they're like, oh, wow. He's so passionate. He's so hard boiled.
It's amazing. My favorite quote of this episode, I didn't get a ton of quotes. I don't think there were a bunch of like insane quotes this week from different shows. One of my favorite quotes at the beginning of this episode, Tojima says, like, what could I possibly be ashamed of? Because Tackle's like, aren't you fucking ashamed of yourself? You look like an idiot, because he's just wearing a mask and crying. And he's like, what could I possibly be ashamed of? Fighting thugs in a convenience store wearing a child's like Kamen Rider mask and crying under it.
I literally have here solid cold open.
Yeah.
It was so good.
The funniest part about that to me is after he says that, she's like, oh shit, he's right. He is passionate as fuck.
Yeah.
She didn't say that, but you can see it on her face.
Right. I'm curious also to see, I have seen that there is a 4th hero Kamen Rider on the cover of certain Kamen Rider promotional material. I'm wondering if it's what's his name? Did I get his name?
Blondie.
Yeah, Blondie's
Right.
name.
I
Shimamura.
didn't.
Shimamura is his name. I'm wondering if the other rider is going to be his brother from the flashback.
Mm,
It'd be like the Robin
Good
to his
point.
Maybe
Batman.
I didn't
they'll
even
just
think
be
about that.
brothers who fight together or something. I don't know, but that's what I'm kind of wondering at this point. I liked it, man. Uh, it's fun as hell, man. If you're not on it and you're just having trouble finding something to watch this season, you want something new. This Sonda Dusk, go for it. Have a field day. You won't go wrong with any of them. I gave this episode a 9 out of 10, man. I thought it was hype as hell. I don't need the animation with a show like this. They'll have some respectable animation for like the one big punch Tojima's gonna throw every episode. But like the reveal that Shocker is real, another great backstory, the awesome cold open where they fight, you know what I mean? That they fight the crony, whatever they call him. And then also the end of the episode cliffhanger of Shimamura's girlfriend trying to fight Tackle 2 in private. It's what a banger of an episode. Like they hit so many things in this episode. I felt this was awesome.
Yeah. No, I gave it a 9.5. I thought it was
Woo,
really good.
boy!
Yeah. I put it pretty high.
I thought I was gonna be high.
No,
Yeah.
I thought. Okay, first of all, we have so much intricacies that are just falling into place here,
Yeah.
and like progressing on the story. I think it had to be that. I think it had to be higher. One, Shocker being real automatically puts it at least like a 7. Like that's a huge spin that I was not expecting at all. And then you just have the rest of the stupid, silly, funny intricacies with like the manager. You have the his girlfriend. You have Tackle 2 and the fucking can I get your line ID like awkward scene at the restaurant. Like there's so much around this that was just like it was really solid. Plus the background music, like I said. I mean, all around, I thought this was a really a perfect episode for kind of like progressing the show further on to see where it goes. So
You guys know me. You know how I feel about this show too.
this
I
is
love
like
this
your
show.
favorite show, yeah.
This is like besides One Piece, it's fighting for like second or third between Dusk. I'm gonna bring us back down to earth a little bit. I'm gonna give this
Don't do that.
episode a 7.5.
7.5. You're
Whoa,
insane.
that's way too low. That is no way.
Let me explain why.
All
Let me
right.
explain why. The way I see it is you kind of have to look at it as a tale of two halves. First half of the episode, 10 out of 10. Totally subverted my expectations. Loved what I saw. Great. When they get to the diner, it starts to kind of lose me a little bit because the foreshadowing's so obvious. Like it's clear that the girlfriend is going to be a problem.
Yeah.
And then she ends up being like I don't want to sound like I'm the smartest guy ever or anything, but like I fucking saw that shit coming. I was like, yeah, she's going to be a problem.
I think that's the point. That's why they did it in the same episode.
Sure, but that's also kind of like it feels a little lazy to me.
Understandable.
Maybe.
So, if the
Maybe.
first half is a 10 and the second half is a 5, I find myself at 7.5.
Fair enough.
Understandable.
I think I find, I think we're somewhere closer to a 9 in the first half, or maybe even still a 10 in the first half, 7 or 8 in the second half. I still liked it. I still love the backstory that we got. There were a lot of funny moments in the diner, and then leaving off on
True.
that, leading into that fight is going to be fun. So I'm still landing on a 9 there for me.
I might be a little harsh. I mean, you guys both going so high. It's like, all right, I gotta calm down a
That's
little.
fine. That's fine. We'll raise the average.
Like your top 3 show too, and you giving it that low of a rating is also insane.
Yeah, I do still really like this show. So
Yeah. All right, final show of the week. We started weak. We're gonna end week, relatively weak. But we got Gnosia. Yes, they pronounce the G. It's in the show. Don't come after me.
Yep.
All right. Listen, episode 2. Did I hate it? No. Did I love it? No. It was fine. We kick off day 2, I guess, of Gnosia, and our main character waking up, but now has the memory of what happened the last time he tried to solve the mystery of who is currently being, controlled by the Gnosia. So they have another shot to get it right. But then they're fighting the back and forth in their mind of, is everything going to be exactly the same? Because then there are characters in this episode that tell them like, oh well, once you know what I mean. Like you might be diverging on different paths. Anyone could be the Genosha again. You don't know. That combined with this is the part I like the most is even when the main character had conviction on who they thought it was. Like at the beginning of the episode, they still thought it was SQ. It's not as easy to just be the person with amnesia and convince a group of people that someone is the Genosha because that's very Genosha-y to be like try and lie and convince everybody that one random person. You saw it in a dream, basically, is kind of like almost the standpoint they're coming from. I like that aspect of it, that mind games of like, how can you say this in a way that these people are not going to just be like, it's him. He's acting weird. He says he has amnesia and now he's blaming somebody else. Like, it's definitely him. I don't know. It's hard. It's hard. But even with that, I don't know. I still don't care about any of the characters. That's kind of the tough part for me. Where are you guys at?
I'm with you 100%. I'm gonna go ahead and just go and give the early rating of like 6 out of 10. Like, it still got me for the moment because of how it ended, introducing new characters and whatnot. And I'm curious to see how they write themselves out of this hole that they're currently in. I think of like the world itself is like kind of tough to. How do you write around among us? You know,
Yeah.
how do you
There's a
make people care? As you said, like we
there's a
know these people.
there's a couple shows that have done this before. We've seen Danganronpa before. What's the other one, Chris? There was another one we were talking about.
Oh my god, I'm blanking on it now.
It's all right, but it's same
We were literally talking
idea.
about it today too. Yeah.
But it's I it's so fine. The show is so fine. Like I picked it initially because like, oh, it's Among Us based. I know Chris was big into Among Us during COVID time, and it looks beautiful. It really does. The art in the show looks beautiful, obviously, even though there's not really much animation to be had. They don't really need it. They do some stuff here and there, like fun graphic design stuff, but it's not like straight up animation that they really do very often. But uh I don't know.
I'd like to make a point here. What's up with all the Genosha doing this weird romance thing with like the MC? Have you noticed that in the first episode? SQ walks into his room, is like, "Remember that night we had?"
Well, she was
And
joking,
then
I think.
is she? Because she did it again this episode. And then you have the when they did like the outside the space whatever station thing. There was like a weird
Yeah.
like chemistry romance thing going on, and it seems like all the Genosha are just trying to fuck this guy, like, but like not, you know, like I think he's just trying to like play.
That's how they get you.
Yeah. That's how they transfer.
I think that's just like the classic, like, oh, hot lady seducing the MC.
Yeah.
It's a trap type shit.
This is
Like,
very
that's
harem-y. I can like low key, and we're gonna get more characters added in very quickly.
I mean,
It could get
it's not the
harem
end
for
of the
sure.
episode.
I just hate moments where it's like, oh, they are who we thought they were. It's like, is that going to
Yeah.
be the theme of this show?
I don't know. I mean, we leave off with day 3 being like they reveal a bunch of new characters are on the ship, whereas the first 2 tries at the bites at the apple were the same characters. Now there's a bunch of new characters added to the mix. That's really, to me, the only reason I'm going to watch episode 3 at this point.
Right.
If they had shown the very end of episode 2 being Yuri, the main character, wakes up and it's the same characters again, it's the same exact intro, I would have been like, nah, I'm out. I'm out. The only thing that keeps me going is like, okay, we got a bunch of new angles now. Like it's not like Yuri felt like he was getting used to the formula and like, you know what I mean, learning as he goes. And then you introduce a bunch of new variables. That's like the one thing that's keeping me kind of tuned in here at this point. But still, it is on cut watch for me. I think Genosha and One Punch Man are on cut watch going forward. You know, and if we cut them, they won't be part of the podcast. They just won't be. We'll see. But yeah, this episode, I'm pretty close with Shaylin here. I'm at like a 6.5. Like there is interesting stuff here going on, but it's not interesting enough so far.
Yeah, I have a 6 for this episode as well. I'm just really curious to see where it goes. To be honest with you, like it's more suspenseful rather than actiony. which I can get behind. And I mean, I do like solving mysteries, and so I might continue watching it even if we drop it as a podcast, but just to kind of see where it goes. But yeah, I mean, it was just a fine middle ground kind of a episode.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A part that really kind of contributed to my lower score was the voting section, where it was like, I gotta go with my gut. I'm gonna do what I feel is right. After he just showed us that like he got that glimmer of weird shit looking at the chick when she was like, "Yeah, I'm totally human."
Yeah.
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 That dubbed and confused the shit out of me. I was like, why not just go with your gut like you said you were?
Yeah.
Instead, you psyched yourself out.
It's tough.
So if our MC is just gonna be a fucking indecisive little bitch the whole time, it's gonna piss me off, and I'm gonna drop it.
Yeah. That's true.
I think that's low key where we're headed. I'm sure at some point our MC is gonna buck up a little bit to a degree. But I also think this is already being written in a way where it's like he will buck up to a certain level, but his whole thing is gonna be when he is asked to be a full on asshole, he's gonna be like, no, I'm still a nice person, and that's what makes me me.
I'm still not sure if it's a he or a she. We haven't.
I'm
even
not.
been
I think they
given-
specifically
They're
don't want to
all
say.
very ambiguous.
He's either gotta give his balls a tug or his beef a squeeze. I don't know which one it is.
How are we supposed to know? How are we supposed to know?
Yeah. I think they leave it ambiguous for a reason. So.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's it, man. Noja, One Punch Man, on the chopping block. Everything else, pretty damn good this week. Pretty damn fun.
Yeah.
Good old time.
Can't complain.
You want me to talk about Spy Family this week or no?
No.
Nope.
Is it good?
I gave it
Yeah.
a 7.
It's a 7, guys. It's a 7 out of 10. Go crazy
Yeah.
for Spy Family.
Give us the
Yeah.
10-second rundown. Give us the 10-second rundown. What do you got?
10-second rundown. You learn beginning stages of the war between East and West. And
5,
it's
4,
Lloyd's back.
3, 2,
7 out of 10.
1. Great.
Oh, okay.
There you go.
Man. That's
Everybody knows.
There we go.
I'm curious about the
I
East
mean,
and
no,
West
I
war,
agree.
So
Yeah,
let me know if
East and
that
West
gets
war is-
exciting.
I will. I mean, it literally is just for this episode, so I don't know, but we'll see.
All right.
I'm
We'll
gonna
see.
keep watching it though.
All right. That'll do it for us here today. Still a little longer than we want to be. We will get tighter on that going forward. There's probably some small things we'll get better at as we go, make this a little bit more streamlined, but still a really fun week, and maybe it'll help if we cut 1 or 2 things as well, obviously. But sorry if it's still long, but we'll get better at that. Thank you so much for tuning in. If you made it this far, you're a real one. Honestly, leave a booger comment if you made it this far. Just type booger in the comment section. All right. And that's how we'll know. Or you know what I mean? Because no one ever, you would never put that down
like
there
that.
otherwise, right? So
Boogar.
put boogers
Two
down
friends.
in the comments if you made it this far, because you're a real one. You rock. But thanks so much for watching
love
today,
you.
guys. We'll see you in the next one. Great week. Let's get another one. Bye-bye.
Suck it down almost. Bye bye.
Bye-bye.
Friends.